sisters, it's me, the Pecan Tan Beauty, and welcome to my channel, or as always, I welcome you back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a video where I am going to be sharing with you how I adjust the strap on my Dooney & Bourke pebbled leather large Mindy tote, and this is in the color Elephant. So if you missed the reveal on this bag, I will put a link below so you can check it out, where I do some mod shots and I also go over some of the features of the bag. So if you saw the video, you saw that when I tried her on, she was a little bit too long for me. I don't like my bags to hang that long, and I also don't really do crossbody, so the strap was just a little bit too long. And I also realized that, like some of the Dooney & Bourke bags, they have the middle strap that you can take out and make the bag a short shoulder. But I realized that this bag was not one of those bags, so I knew that if I wanted to make it wearable, I had to make some type of adjustment to the strap. So as you can see, she does have some adjustments here. But even on the shortest setting for me, it still hangs a little bit below the hip, which is a little bit too long. So what I'm going to be doing today is I am going to be showing you how I add more holes to make the strap more user-friendly for me. So one of the tools that I'm going to be using today is a leather punch, and I picked this up from Michael's. And I think I paid, I'm gonna say about $10 for it. But as you can see, it's a very, very substantial tool. Well worth the money if you have other straps that you want to adjust, or if you have leather belts that you want to adjust. Very, very good tool if you want to make adjustments to any of your leather goods. So again, this is one of the tools that I'm going to be using. Okay. So anyway, guys, if you are interested in seeing how I adjust the strap using my leather punch, then you know what to do. You just keep on watching. Okay, guys, so the tools that I'm going to be using today is, again, my leather punch, and I'm also going to be using a measuring tape just to measure the distance between the holes on the strap, just to make it as even and as professional as possible. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to detach my strap just so I can get a better hold on it. And so here we have our strap. Okay, so I don't want to add too many holes, so let me just show you really quick before we get started. I don't want the overhang of the strap to be too far past the end of the strap, if that makes any sense. So let's just see here. See here on the strap, the very end of the strap here is, I'd say, maybe a couple of inches away from the edge of the strap. I don't want this piece to come too far past the end of the strap. So I probably will only add maybe 3 holes at the most, because that will still give me a little bit of room to play with, and it will also fit closer to the fit that I like. So again, let's go ahead and take the strap off. And as you can see here, here are the original holes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my measuring tape here, and I'm just going to measure how far the holes are away from each other. And so what I'm going to do is, let's just start with the last hole, and I am going to find just a middle point that I can measure. So basically, guys, what I did is I took the measuring tape and I put the line above the number 1 in the middle of the hole, so it lines up with the middle. And then on the last hole, I put it to where the line above the number 2 is in the middle of this hole. So now when I go to create my new hole, I am going to put the number 1, the line above the number 1 here in the middle of the hole. And then I know that my new hole is going to be in the middle above the line above the number 2. Or you can just eyeball it. It just depends. To me, it's really not this serious, but I know some people like it to be exact. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take my punch. I'm going to make sure that this is lined up, and I do have it lined up pretty good. I have the line above the number 1 in the middle of the last hole, and so my first punch is going to be right here in the middle of that line above the number 2. So that way the distance between these two holes, the holes that are already punched here, it's going to be in the same position. I know it's a little bit confusing. Normally I just eyeball it, but I'm just doing this for those of you who like it to be exact. So basically I am going to take my punch, and as you can see here, there are several settings, and I already have it set on the largest hole because these holes are pretty large. So let's see, you know what, I'm gonna do the one that's next to the largest just in case, and if I needed to make it larger, I can. So basically what I'm gonna do is I am going to take my punch here and I am going to put it right above the hole here on top of the number 2, and I am going to punch. So I can't do this off camera, but I already have it set. So basically I am just going to punch and see how easy that was, and then I just pull it out. And there I have my hole here. So there we go, and I think that is the perfect size. It's not exactly in the middle because I am doing this on camera, so it's a little bit tough. So for my next hole, I'm just gonna eyeball it. I'm not gonna be too particular. I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it, and let's see here. I think this is pretty close, and I'm just gonna punch it. Sometimes you have to give it a tougher squeeze until you hear it punch through. As you can see, there is our other hole. And it is pretty professional. This one is a little bit off because I was trying to use the measuring tape, but I think it's pretty good. So let's just test it out really quick to see how close to the edge we got. Oh, this is perfect, you guys. This is gonna be perfect. Okay, and I am, oh wow, see, I didn't get it to the edge, and I can actually do one more if I want to. It'll hang over maybe just a little bit, but that's actually not a big deal for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna punch just one more hole. I knew that I was gonna need at least 2 holes. So here we are, here's what we have. So I'm just gonna do one more hole really quick. And to fix this hole that's a little bit off, if I wanted to fix it, I can just use the bigger punch here and just kind of bring it over a little bit, and that will fix that with no problems. Okay, so here we are. So let's just do one more hole, and again, I am just going to eyeball it. Here, My only thing is I just like to make sure that it's in the middle. And just to double check, I always hold my strap up this way just so I can get a better look. And then I have it here, as you can see, and then I'm just gonna punch. And again, here we have another hole in our strap, and I think this looks pretty professional. So now let's just go ahead and see how we did. Okay, wow, this is perfect. It is right there, you guys. It is right there on the edge. This is absolutely perfect. So here we are, and as you can see, I can already tell that the strap is a lot shorter. So anyway, guys, here we are, and I think that this is going to be perfect, and it still is very professional, and it makes the bag more user friendly for you. So anyway, guys, I hope that you found this video helpful, and I will see you guys in the next video. And as I always say, once you go doony, you go loony. So go out and get yourself a leather hole punch so you can adjust your straps, because you definitely can't have mine. Bye, guys.